technology screens. All right, so when we give this fellow by the name of Crow1176 these really crazy, I'm not saying that crazy, he should be doing them anyway. These test demonstrations he should be doing on his product, which he refuses to do. He goes into these rants, like these crazy rants, and he sends us these multiple emails, like by different accounts. We all know it's him because we can ping the accounts and we can tell where they're coming from. So before we put the accounts in junk mail, which we usually do, I'm going to show you some of the stuff he sends to us. Now, if I mention the customer's name on in the middle of a video, if a customer is trying to get over on us, he'll use the customer's name, stuff like that. Now, yesterday we gave him a couple of hefty demonstrations to do, and if this product worked, he should have had no problem. Like I said, you claim that the Cinemax produces a contrast level equal to a black screen. So the test we gave him yesterday was he had to do that goldfish, which is really extremely hard because it's a jet black background with a goldfish moving back and forth. He had to do it in a meter max out, and meters had to lay flat on the ground. They couldn't be near windows, they couldn't be near doors. There were a whole slew of things in there he couldn't get around to cut corners on. Crow is used to doing these demonstrations where he can basically fake his demonstrations to claim his products and do things it's not supposed to do. He doesn't use any common sense. People are going to use your product in an environment other than like your own. So they're going to find out. They're going to test against bed sheets and pillowcases and tablecloths and other paints, and they're going to find out. So the fact that you think that no one's going to know about this and you want to keep this hidden, it's going to happen. So we started this thing called the Amazon Tablecloth Challenge. And apparently he must be getting hit pretty bad because anytime we start receiving emails like this from him, these fake emails, it clearly shows that he's getting a lot of complaints on his product, and this is how he reacts. So instead of him going in and backing up the product, this is how he carries himself. So we all know these emails are fake. These are not customers from the door. These are actually Crow in the room carrying on. This is what he does. So we got the first one. This is definitely we know this is Crow. We pinged a lot of these, and we did come right back to where California is at. I told you we were ready to go in, and you could see in his account where it was coming back to California from, he was trying to do the fake, I told him he was doing fake address, trying to pull a fake address. But anyway, this right here, this is all by Crow. And anytime we send him those challenges to do, he will get upset and he will go into these rampages. Hey, Kenny boy, what's up? Your business is going downhill. Laugh out loud. Good for you, scammer. I don't think so. We have like multiple high-end legend screens downstairs we're developing on. We got a gamer screen paint we're working on. So don't think so at all, but okay. And our screens can beat a tablecloth. Yours can't. So we get these every time he gets upset. When we give these challenges, right? This is how he reacts. We're used to it. We see this all the time. It's a perfect pattern every time. It clearly shows at the end of the day, I don't send you emails like this. You never ever see me send you a slew of emails. You can't go on YouTube and say, hey, look, these are the emails he sent to me. We don't email you because we are too busy working and developing new technology. But you send us a slew of these emails because this is a reaction that you're getting back from your customers. This is what you're telling me. I've been in business for a long time. I know if somebody emails you back with a slew of emails, that means that they're having some problems at the end of the day. You can't back your products up to a tablecloth. That's not good. All right, so let's go over here. Let's go grab another one. This is definitely by Crow right here. We know. So this is him in here complaining about blah, 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 blah. He tries to make him sound like a customer. That's not a customer. I'm sorry. Let me see. There's a bunch of them. Here's right there, there. There's another one right there. That's also Crow 2. That's him. Right there. See? Angry, upset. This is what he does. Now, I don't know where you find, your business must not be going well if you could find the time to do this, because I can come out here, do this video, develop new technology, destroy your technology in the same process, and give you a challenge all in the same day and make money. You can't back your products up. We gave you simple instructions. You sat there and said your product does all this stuff. Okay, if it does all this stuff, then back it up. That's all you got to do. This is not backing it up. We gave you the tablecloth challenge. What's the difference between your product and a tablecloth? That tablecloth just matched actually four certified screens. So what's the difference between your product and a tablecloth? What's the difference between your product and black and white paint? You don't do any of these tests, no tests on your product whatsoever. And if anyone challenges your product, then you go into this huge Tasmanian devil rampage where you got to send multiple emails and multiple videos slamming people. At the end of the day, you need to come off of this and back your product up. When I do these demonstrations, not only do I do these demonstrations against my own stuff, but I can do it against your stuff very easily. In that demonstration, I was showing the tablecloths. I threw a black tablecloth against my screen. I threw the gray tablecloth against my screen. I did it back and forth, back and forth. I did that 1,000 lumens. Were throwing tablecloths against the screen, and it wasn't matching in. The black paint, painted screens, all kinds of stuff that you never do in any of your demonstrations. You talk about quality. You don't have quality in your product at all because your quality at the end of the day is black and white paint. There are no videos of me making a product out of black and white paint. You're the only one that has that. No one has that except for you. But you talk about quality, take away the expensive projector, put it in the closet, take out that 720p Epson, pull that around 13 feet back, light that area up, and then you talk about quality at the end of the day. We're using 720p's in our demonstrations. There's no 1080p's in those demonstrations. You have to rely on an expensive projector, much like the big companies do. Rely on an expensive projector, rely on dark environments to make your products look good, much like the companies do. That's what you do. That demonstration, that woman shows her face coming up, you did that in demonstration in an environment that was so dark. I can make out the statue you had in the corner was a Hellboy, but you couldn't even see anything at all, period. So the emails are funny. I just want to show you. I told you when we give him a challenge he can't take on, and usually he's getting hit by a lot of people asking him to back up his products. This is his retaliation. So you can see from the door, this is what we get. We got bunches of these in our junk mail account from Crow. There's a lot of them in there. And it's the same individuals over and over again. Now, Partey is a little different. Partey won't disguise his email. Partey will actually come in as Partey. I got to give him credit on that one. He doesn't hide. He doesn't hide. I give him credit. If he sends me an email, it is definitely from him. It will say Partey on it. As you can see, I showed you where they tried to go in and they tried to doctor that email to make it sound like it was coming from me, but we had the original email. Yeah, it will state him. It will even have all his information at the bottom. He doesn't hide. He's not a person, but Crow's a bit of a coward. He will hide behind fake emails. So you can see it from there. All right, I can't waste any time on this. I got to go downstairs. We got a gamer paint we're working on for the Phantom, and I want to show up the new lights I got up on the background of the screen. But yeah, we're having problems, but yet in your demonstrations you have the same projector over and over again and the same size screen. At the end of the day, you do not want me to give you a 148-inch screen challenge because you can't fit that thing in your apartment. You know you can't. Don't let me give you one of those. I'll give you a 150-inch screen challenge. Don't put 150 in the next room. Because if you want to get on that point, I'm talking about you being a business. Being a business, you only have one screen. That's it. You're supposed to have multiple screens on display. What if a customer wants to see it on a 180-inch, 150-inch? You can't do that. You don't have the room for it. What if they want to see a 180-inch outside? You don't have the room for it. The only size screen you could do is 100-inch and down, maybe 100. No, I don't think you get 120. I got 120 sitting there in the back. That's a big, big screen. So if I wanted to be on your level, I could easily do that. What does your product look like on a 180-inch screen? I'm curious. Oh, pretty much probably like a big gray wall at the end of the day. And then on top of that, you haven't done any tests. What's the difference between your product and everyday gray primer? So if someone were to go and get gray primer or bare silver screen, and they were to drop, like I said, a couple of tablespoons of black in it, what's the difference between that and your product? Can you show us a difference? I would love to see it. I'm pretty sure everybody else would love to see it. That's why we kept sending them those over and over again, all those ingredients to make, ingredients from his own, made of his own product. He won't do them. He refuses to do them. So people are going to get curious. They're going to ask, okay, so why am I giving you 80 bucks of my money when I can go on Amazon and buy a tablecloth that clearly went out and matched a few of Elite screens? Those are $800 and $1,600 screens compared to your product. And like I said, again, what is the difference between your product and basic bare 1050. That's it. Basic bare 1050 or 1050 silver screen and 2, 3, 4, and 5 tablespoons of black paint. What's the difference? You couldn't even give me that. If I gave you a simple, basic, no glitter, no silver, simple, basic, bare silver screen with 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 is where I would stop it at. What is the difference between that ingredients and your product? He couldn't even tell you because at the end of the day, it don't match. And we've been asking this since last year of 2021 for him to do these tests, and he hasn't done them yet. Yeah, at the end of the day, people, you are buying black and white paint. All right, like I said in the video, if we don't have your product down here, if you believe that the Cinemax we have in our presence is fake, then all you have to do is back up the demonstrations and show that the product that you have before you is not showing the same results as the product we have here. And you can't back that up. And because you can't back that up, guess what, buddy boy? We got your product, whether you like it or not. Just like I have your Metallica mix, just like I have your personal mix, and just like I have your UV mix. Deal with it. All right, with that being said, I got to get back to work. I got things to do, but just showing you some of the dumb stuff he does. Like I said, if you watch him do demonstrations, you never see him say, hey, here's all the emails. No, we don't send you emails. We don't even bother you. We don't do that. We don't do that. Don't do that either. Now, if you excuse me, Crow, I got to go downstairs and make real products that can be backed up 100% where your products can. And the last couple of days, the Legends have been taking out quite a few certified screens. As a matter of fact, we had to order new certified screens to bring in to take on the Legends. I don't see you doing any demonstrations because this is Crow's product. Today we're going to do an 18 screen certified against my screen paint and show a huge massive. You don't do that at all. So either you back up your product or you just get out of the business. All right. All right, people, got to go and God bless.